We now take you to news just in. Pitso Mosimane has resigned from Mamelodi Sundowns, reportedly to take up a job with one of the top clubs in North Africa. For a long time, he was linked with the continental giants, Al Ahly of Egypt, as well as his bitter rivals in the Champions League. Joining me now on the story is our sports reporter, Benjamin Leshoro, to give us a sense of how this transpired. Benjamin, a shocking surprise for Mamelodi Sundowns fans.
That's putting it mildly, to say a shocking transformation for Mamelodi Sundowns and their fans, and for South African football as a whole. I would not have seen this coming in a million years, coming to work this morning. But be that as it may, what we hear is that it is true indeed that he has tendered his resignation from Mamelodi Sundowns after a very, very long time. Pitso Mosimane came into the Sundowns team around about 2012. They were not doing well at all, and he is the man that has won them 5 of their 10 premiership titles, and the last 3 of those coming consecutively in the past 3 seasons. You remember that he just won a very tightly contested premiership title against Kaizer Chiefs in recent times, and this is definitely the most accomplished coach in South African football, and he now leads Gavin Hunt. He leads Gordon Egerson with the most titles won by a coach in South African football, and I have strong feelings that it was not in his own accord. This is not confirmed, of course.
Yes.
But there was a major faux pas in the Sundowns team in recent times in the Nedbank Cup final with the Tebogo Langerman saga, where he was drafted into the team sheet when he was suspended and he wasn't supposed to be there. Yesterday, the president of the club, Patrice Motsepe, released a statement on Monday afternoon saying heads will roll, and there's disciplinary action that is being taken against those who are responsible. And Pitso himself came out on Monday evening in another platform saying that he's not too sure where he stands, that the president might fire the entire lot, the technical team, everyone, because it was sort of embarrassing for Patrice Motsepe. So it's a shocking development for Pitso Mosimane, for Sundowns and the fans, but it's not quite confirmed that it is Al Ahly that he's going to. We hear that it is a North African club. Wydad Casablanca might be one of those, but Al Ahly strongly linked with Jingles.
Mosimane was essentially headhunted, of course, them wanting to leverage on his winning streak and his excellent coaching ability. What sort of track record does he have with the North African teams as he is set to jump ship?
No, he's definitely their hoodoo coach. They've known over the years. And in fact, they love Pitso Mosimane in North Africa. I saw in one of the matches he played in the Champions League, I'm not too sure if it was Wydad Casablanca or Al Ahly, they had a whole banner of Pitso Mosimane. The opposition fans had a banner of Pitso Mosimane and singing inside their own stadium. You don't find that a lot. Normally there's hostility when you go and play in North Africa as a South African team, but that's the sort of respect that he's earned with the fans out there and the team owners out there. So he's got a very strong track record and he's beaten them quite a few times. So it's only natural that when a coach is that strong on the continent, they would want to get him on their side and make sure that he is one of them. So he will be a good acquisition for them. I'm just not sure that they are as patient in North Africa as perhaps we are here in South Africa with our coaches, because they tend to be very trigger happy in terms of firing coaches. So if he is indeed moving that direction, it will be interesting to see if he sticks around for some time.
And if he sticks around for some time, could this be a bridge then for coaches here at home to perhaps aspire to move to the east in terms of coaching and looking at their career prospects there?
Definitely. I think what Sundowns has done, when Pitso came in, Patrice Motsepe made it very clear that he wants to conquer Africa. And Pitso Mosimane made it his priority, not to say that domestic competitions are not important, but he made it his priority to win the Champions League. That's the biggest prize in African football. And he went on to do that. And he's consistently guided Sundowns in that competition. He hasn't been, or Sundowns hasn't been a club that just goes in to make up the numbers. They actually strongly compete. And the more we have our clubs compete in such competitions and playing against your North African clubs, West African clubs, that strengthens our national team and our football as a whole. And if we have coaches that can be exported to clubs in those countries, then it will be better for our football than playing against ourselves all the time. I mean, with his exploits in the continent, Pitso Mosimane, he's now been touted maybe for a return to the national side. He's been Bafana coach before. He didn't do too well, but a lot has happened since then, and he's won the Champions League, 5 South African titles, and he is a much sought after coach, not just here at home, but across the continent. And there's also been some whispers of European interest in Pitso Mosimane before. He's no slouch when it comes to interest from other continents as well. So he's definitely a coach that is worth the credit that he's received.
And what sort of strategies make him so attractive to those who are touting him for him to join their clubs, in terms of course, the success that he's enjoyed, winning his 5th South African Championship with Sundowns last month? You know, what makes him so attractive? Pitso
Mosimane is a very passionate, flamboyant coach. A lot of people say he's too emotional. He is, sometimes they call him a crybaby, but that's only because he is someone that takes his job so seriously that he gets into the finer details in preparing for each and every match that he plays. And that is perhaps the reason they've been so successful at Mamelodi Sundowns. The signings that he makes are not a mistake. He knows exactly what he's doing. And if you are a sleeping giant, like perhaps Sundowns was when he got there, Sundowns, remember, in the late 90s won 3 titles in succession. But they were a bit of a sleeping giant until Pitso Mosimane came. And if you are that sort of club, whether it's here at home or in West Africa, in North Africa, you definitely want a coach that has that sort of charisma to get your team going. And Pitso Mosimane, for any club that gets him, is a good get.
Very well. Let's leave it there for now. Benjamin Leshoro giving us a sense of the breaking news, Pitso Mosimane resigning as Sundowns coach. You're sure to hear more of it and more reaction throughout the course of the day.